how many of our members, have remained on board? First and foremost, you see, I think for us to capture the essence of why we are doing this post-mortem, we need to get a little bit out of the box and discuss our country, and discuss what makes an economy, and discuss to what extent have we been able to meet this, needs. The report you just showed, talked about three critical things that are a little bit worrying. They talked about the job creation. They talked about skill development. And I think they talked about the infrastructure. If these things are parallel, we should be able to find which of them is foundational. Okay? Because if you're talking about job creation and you're talking about also now doing a skills assessment, I think we'll have a little bit of a problem there. If you're talking about production, infrastructure being driven, probably by what you can call the factors of production, then I don't think we should also talking about quick to be shouting infrastructure. These are all the three misnomers that I think we might have to find reasons or excuses, for. But in trying to, I don't want to say to you, yes, the Economic Summit Group has done well, or yes, the country has not benefited from this interfacing. But I'd like us to look at the factors. I'd like us to look at the facts. I'd like us to look at the available data, that has been there for the past 17 years. And then when you're talking about job creation and infrastructure and production, are we talking about human capital? What frameworks do we have in place to be able to actually now appreciate or absorb our so-called, job creations that should drive our national development? These are very big, high-sounding, words that we need to reduce to the understanding of what you call the common man in the street. On a conclusive note, I think what I want to do is to set the pace and probably, get everybody thinking out of the box. If you have a country that has just finished an economic summit that says, oh, our economy is doing well, and 1 week after this summit is over, your chief statistician says to you, oh, no, I think we'll have a situation here. And the situation we have here is that our inflation rate is growing.
No, we even said, fine, inflation is up, but the country is not doing so bad.
Then again, this is where you also now have, what I say, it's a little bit of, well, the thing is hot, but you shouldn't, so if the man is telling it in one breath, listen to this. You have...
I think we'll talk about it. Okay, now let me come back. I can remember one of the presentations made by the NESC at the end of the summit was that we need to market to the international community that the investment opportunities that are bound in Nigeria is far outweigh the risk involved. He talked about the fact that the eye production cost here is a major discouraging factor to the international community. But I've heard, like the statistician general, we'll get to see that later on in the course of the program. He said in Nigeria, if you invest here, you get to make so much gain that would cover up for whatever spending you have in here.
I think we need to get something that is and it's important that we get what you call foreign direct. You see, there's something they call the politics of international economic relations. And I'll start from the creation of the World Bank. Why was the World Bank created? Was it created to help the owners of the bank? Or was it created to help the people borrowing from the bank? We're not going to get into that because that's what we're looking at. How did Nigeria become a nation? How did our production structures, what was it based on? How did we get to this point of where we now have become an import substitution? When we use that word import substitution, do people also now realize that you are supposed to be substituting production? That it simply means that you have the capacity to produce and then you are not substituting it by importation. That is what import substitution means. When somebody is talking about, like my brother rightly said, that we could be looking at foreign direct investment. Now,
for you today, look, what are the investment, frameworks? What are the machineries of attracting this investment? What are the windows open for you to bring in this foreign investment? They are your banks. Now, what kind of banks do we have in Nigeria? 3 banks. So, what kind of investment are we expecting? Trade finance. We signed a $15 billion loan that we celebrated. The Exim Bank has come to Nigeria to give us $15 billion to do what? Procure machinery for our power plants. How much of that was dedicated to building a facility that could be able to now produce the components of this plant? So if we don't understand the nitty-gritty of the fact that you are not really